Hey guys, Sean C. Phillips here, a brand new DVD Blu-ray Tuesday shop video today. Taking to go out today, see what things came out today, see what things came out today, see what things are on sale. Today though, new release-wise, there's a couple things coming out. Not a lot of stuff. There's some stuff like that I feel like might be in, more likely in like Barnes and Noble and things like that. Like Bottoms is coming out for the first time. Finally getting a release from Kino is putting that one out, and I feel like that will be in like Barnes and Noble. I usually see a lot of the Kino titles sold in there. Yellowstone's coming out season 5. The one movie, Magazine Dreams, that one's coming out today. And I think there's a couple other things as well. So we'll see kind of what else we see. But there should be some stuff switched out in Walmart. So we'll see kind of what there is today. I also wanted to mention as well, guys, we're starting to collect selfie videos of you guys who have picked up Desert Fiends, my film, on Blu-ray or DVD. And I'm going to show you guys kind of an example of kind of what videos, we're collecting. And basically, I'm going to have in the description below this video for where to send your selfie videos of you holding up the Blu-ray or DVD, and I'll have a link below too where you guys can order it from Amazon on Blu-ray or DVD if you guys haven't got a chance to pick up the film. But we're going to be doing a montage video of everyone that sends in the videos of them, kind of moving around the DVDs, and I'll show you guys kind of how to send in the videos. Also, though, at the end of this video is going to be a bunch of brand new DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K reviews. But anyway, though, guys, let's get going and, see what came out today. And I'll show you guys before we go kind of how to send in the selfie video. But before we go, though, for kind of sending in your selfie video, it would be basically just like this with you kind of holding up the Blu-ray or DVD, spinning it around. You can kind of be making faces, dancing around, anything like that. And we're going to be putting together a, montage of all of you guys to put up on social media, share on YouTube, places like that as well. But anyway, though, guys, let's get going and see what we can find today. Into Target we go. And you guys know we always have to go by the $1, $3, and $5 spot. It's kind of busy in here today. There's like a bunch more people. But let's see though, let's check over here though by the books, where the movies used to be in the front. I always check there, and then of course, the turd mags. Okay, you have to see, what's new in turd mag material. Looks like they're stocking the sodas right there. Hello, Topo Chico. But let's see here. But yeah, nothing. Wait a minute, this one may have been changed at the tenant, and this one. But we'll go over to the section though and see anything different over there today. So let's see. Hopefully they kind of got some of the new stuff, because I'm still looking for those. There's 2 Ben Cooper ones I'm trying to find, but it's so weird. It's almost like those 2 ones didn't release yet or something like that is what it seems like. But yeah, like I was saying, guys, you see these, when it comes to these Ben Cooper ones, you keep seeing these same 3 ones. You see the Mutant one, you see the Clown and the Invisible Man, but like the other ones, you don't see them at all. Like the Spooky Monster or Wolfman, it's almost like those ones have not released yet or something like that. It's very, very odd. And you always have to check the spillover area here, and it seems to be all the same stuff in the spillover from what I can tell too. They have some newer Lilo and Stitch stuff here for the movie that just came out. That did so well, that one, like money-wise and everything. But yeah, though, over here in the section as well, didn't see anything else different. I did end up finding though the really cool like Riddler figure that they had that just came out, the one of him in like the end of the movie suit. I found like one of them like a couple days ago, but doesn't seem to be anything in here different today from what I can tell, and like no retro turtles or anything. Like there's still 2 more of those sports turtle ones that I've not been able to find like whatsoever. It's like for some reason been like absolutely impossible to come across those 2 ones. And like these ones, you always see these 2 ones. They're always here, these 2 retro ones, like the Splinter and then this one. It's like the Leo. They're always here. They've been here for like weeks and weeks and weeks, the same exact 2. It's like they just won't change. Into Walmart we go. So I've not peeked or anything like that, so we will see if they have the stuff switched out today, because I know there's a few things, because I actually saw the empty spots a couple days ago on the shelf. So I know that there's going to be stuff that would be changed out. It's just kind of if it was. And there's also some stuff in the actual section. So let's see. Oh no, I'm seeing Yellowstone. Oh yeah, and this is one of the other ones that came out today that I forgot to mention. The Day the Earth Blew Up, the Looney Tunes movie that came out. The Blu-ray is $16.96, and then the DVD is $14.96. Kind of different prices on those. And then they have Yellowstone. The Blu-ray is $24.96. That came out today. Other than that, right here, I don't think there's anything else new here. Let's check on the side. And you always have to check down here too, toy-wise, to see if anything else was changed out or different over there. It doesn't look like it though. I hear some kind of music, like little quiet music over there. So I won't walk to the little quiet music. But let's see. Over here, I think these are new. The colors within this steelbook and this Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, I don't remember seeing them. And it looks like they put everything out in here. So here's some of the stuff that came out today. What is this one in here? The Quiet Ones? I don't know that one at all. Magazine Dreams. That's the one I said, you know, it's too bad with Jonathan Majors because of the stuff that he did and everything getting canceled. It was really good movie though. Like the movie, it was really good. And I don't think there's a Blu-ray of that one. And then The Woman in the Yard, that came out today. It's weird that The Woman in the Yard though was locked up in here, and then that wasn't out. That seems like kind of one of the ones that they'd have on the main shelf. Other than that though, doesn't look like anything else different. Let's see how this looks over here. Over here, see if anything else is sold. It's still pretty filled up, this section. They've sold maybe one more of the American Psycho pins, but they seem to have all the Goosebumps still. And yeah, this new round of stuff seems like it's staying, a lot of it. I wish they would have gotten an exclusive like VHS or something. I feel like they should every month, every time they switch it out, get something new VHS wise, like commission something to be in there. I feel like that would be a cool, fun thing that would definitely sell. You know what I mean? I think that's the key, is finding the stuff that really does move in there and not having stuff that doesn't. And I think a lot of people wait for it to get onto clearance, and that's one of the other problems, is people know stuff goes on clearance, so they kind of wait a while for it to get, and they don't buy it right away too. Into the second Target we go. This is one that I go to every so often. We'll see if there's anything different in this one though. We shall see though. Yeah, there's no music on in here though, so it's like sort of strangely silent in this one, but we'll see what's in here today though. I'm hopeful that those cell phone people are not over here. Like anytime I like walk this way, to be really careful, because sometimes like the two cell phone boys can be here, and they always dress kind of like the polite strangers for some reason. Like the polite strangers, they seem like kind of like the Mormons that knock on your door. Like they kind of have that look for the clothes and stuff. I see some of the newer Superman stuff. I saw some people showing these online. They have like the Fortress of Solitude. It's made to look like kind of like the old school. It's pretty cool, this one, but it's like a playset one. I don't think it includes any figures in it, I don't believe. Does it have them in here? Figures? I don't think so. And then they have this one here too, this little like this cruising thing. And then let's see some of these ones here. Oh, oopsie, things are falling. Let's see if I see any of those Riddler ones from this one. This is that one, but the McFarlane one, like I mentioned, I already had found that. Let's see, they have some of these other Superman figures. These ones. See, this does not want to stay up. That thing. That does not want to stay. Let's see though. Anything else different in here? I know they had some like new ones of these, like I saw like ones that were kind of funny of like Tobey Maguire with his like emo look. I saw Spider-Man. Let's see, I'm just trying to make sure I don't miss anything different in here. This one seems pretty well stocked up compared to some locations that are like kind of more empty and stuff. Let's see. You always have to look too, because sometimes people put like stuff in random spots. Some random bear over here. Turtle wise though, doesn't look like anything different. Let's see, and then let's check over here too, in this area, and see if there's anything different with the Ben Coopers. It keeps being the same ones though. Let's see. Yeah, see, these are like the same ones. You only see these ones. It's so weird. Like I was saying, I feel like the other ones have not been released yet, or maybe like Target's not going to get them. It's really strange. Let's see though, anything else different in here? These Gremlins ones were newer. They came out in the last few weeks. I just started seeing them, but doesn't look like anything different here as far as I can tell. I'm trying to, like I said, just trying to make sure I don't miss anything random or anything like that though. And the area that I'm in actually is near a Barnes & Noble, so we can see this one new release wise what they got in. The only thing is, hopefully this is one of the ones that has DVDs and Blu-rays, because I know there are some locations that don't have any movies whatsoever. So we shall see. Hopefully this isn't one of the ones that doesn't have them, but we shall see though. We shall see. Yeah, well, just like that, this is one of those locations I didn't even realize. I was thinking maybe this one was. It doesn't have the movies or music or anything. It's just kind of more like the books and stuff. So yeah, this is one of those ones that does not have any though. Yeah, that's the one thing with Barnes & Noble is it's like probably about 30 to 40% of them are ones that don't have any movies, and they did and they got rid of them. I feel like this one might not have ever had them though. What was weird is when I looked online to see, it says, oh, this one does. There weren't any though. But I do know that some of them are starting to get, the ones, you know, that got rid of them are starting to get them back though. But that's, you know, you never know though. Like I said, some of them have them and some of them don't. And that was definitely one that didn't. Into the third Target we go. Yeah, this Target is silent as well. It's like, you can hear it in here too. You can like hear the air conditioner running. It's so silent in here. But I can't complain though, because at least there's no music. I can finally like get some shots and stuff in these places. And usually once I start talking about the music, then it like comes on. Like I said though, anytime you come around here, you gotta be so careful, because like you can turn right here and the phone boys are here and they're like a team, and they both look like the Polite Strangers. They always look like that, and you always have to ditch them, the Polite Strangers. I feel like that to me would be like the worst job ever, like having to try and like pitch cell phones in here. Some like Stitch slime thing. Let's see. And when it comes to these two, I'm trying to find, there is new of these Create ones for Jurassic Park that people have been finding that are like, you put together like these dinosaurs. They're kind of cool. So those are ones I'm trying to find too. Never saw this one, this bug guy. I just wanted to see if I could show you guys that Joker one. I'm sorry, the Riddler one, but I've not seen it anywhere to show you in stores. Anything different Simpsons wise. You don't see the Millhouse one too often. I'm seeing too if I see any of those Spider-Man ones to show you guys with Toby when he has like the emo look. It's kind of a cool one. You don't see too many like Tobey Maguire figures, but I'm trying to make sure I don't miss anything different in here. Doesn't look like it as far as I can tell. Let's go back here though and check. This one has a little bit of a larger section. We've been to this one before on video a couple times though too. You sometimes see different stuff. Like this is I think this is an older Freddy one. That's the one thing too, is sometimes you see stuff that's just like older stuff that sits around for a while. Let's see. Yeah, like this Willy Wonka one was there in the same spot last time. The Munsters ones. I showed somebody too, showed a video, and I always wonder if it's true or not. And they were talking about like how in like those bottom areas, there's like old toys and stuff people put under there. I always wonder if that's true or not. I never actually peeked, but they always say like underneath of these are like old toys and stuff that people put there. But I've never peeked. I've never peeked myself, but I do wonder if that's true or not. Into the final Target. Yeah, this one though is real picked up. I think there might have had some like Pokemon stuff over here. I was over in the main section. I saw the guy was stocking some stuff though. Like I saw a bunch of new boxes and stuff. So there's probably will be newer things out. This is an older one though. This Devil one. This is from the old line. But the thing is, I've noticed though, even with this old line, there's some of them that you never saw in stores. Like I never saw the Mummy, or I never saw the Skeleton like sold in Targets. So those ones that I was telling you guys about very well might be like the Mummy and the Skeleton. There'd be like ones that just never end up in stores for some. It's weird. It's always like that with certain toys, you know. This one particularly though doesn't seem to have any of the newer ones. I'm wondering too if they're going to do glow-in-the-dark versions. Like these are the glow-in-the-dark line that they do. So I'm wondering if they're going to do those as well. But yeah, looking here, nothing else too different. I think in July, I believe the Funko Pops for the King of the Hill are going to be coming out. I don't usually buy Funkos, but I'll definitely buy at least the Hank Hill one of those, because I really love King of the Hill. I'm definitely looking forward to the show coming back and everything. But yeah, nothing different here. And then these, I've seen these before, these Batman, like the different helmets and stuff, or cowls from the film. But yeah, nothing different from what I can tell though. Into the second Walmart we go. But yeah, in here today though, I see a Yellowstone out, and they actually have a thing out here for it. But other than the Yellowstone though, I didn't see any of the other stuff. Oh no, here it is. They actually did have out Magazine Dreams, like I was mentioning. That was the one that came out today. And then other than that, though, I think there might have been other things I had shown you guys that were coming out that I don't see changed out, maybe. Trying to make sure I'm not missing anything down here. It's crazy, too, how South Park on Paramount Plus is, like, banning all these episodes. And it's, like, so many ones, too, that if you're my age, like, you grew up with, that were, like, absolute classic episodes. And it's just really weird to hear that kind of stuff going on. Like, I mean, episodes which were part of my childhood. So it's like, I don't like that kind of stuff. I don't like banning things. I'm not a fan of that stuff in the slightest. But they have in here the Haunted Mask one. This is the one location, though, I like because you can actually look at the stuff in this area and pick it up and see it better. I definitely do like this Megan one, though, but I think it's kind of similar to the other Megan one, like that was like in this kind of a case, but it's just opened. I think it's pretty similar, though, for the most part. Anyway, though, guys, that was all for my brand new DVD Blu-ray Tuesday shopping video today. Like I always say, if you guys enjoy these shopping videos, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Also, though, in the comments below, though, let me know what you guys picked up on DVD, Blu-ray, or 4K if you guys ended up picking up anything today. Also, though, let me know what you guys saw in theaters if you guys saw anything in theaters lately. This past weekend, the only movie that I got to see, I'm going to see Mission Impossible probably this coming weekend. It was so busy this weekend in the theaters, but I went to see Friendship, the one with Paul Rudd, and then the one guy, you know, from all the memes, you know, you sure about that? You sure about that? That guy. I like the movie. It's basically, though, if you guys have seen that film called Chuck and Buck, it's very similar to that. It's very similar. It's not the same kind of behind the subtext of why and how they met and everything like that, but it has the same kind of feel of obsession and like kind of getting really obsessed. It has that same kind of feel. Chuck and Buck's an incredible movie. Mike White, you know, from White Lotus and everything from like that, the creator White Lotus, you know, that was like one of the very first things that he had done. Love that movie. I feel like hardly anyone has seen it, though. But anyway, though, if you guys have seen, you know, Friendship, though, let me know what you guys thought of that or what you guys saw this past weekend. Anyway, though, guys, now stay tuned for the brand new DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K reviews. Oh, and also, too, guys, don't forget to send me your videos showing your, if you guys picked up the DVD and Blu-ray of my film, Desert Fiends. And I'll have a link below, not a link below, in the description below where the emails are for where to send, or you can send them to me directly, the clips over Facebook. Now stay tuned for the brand new DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K reviews. And the first one here is from Universal, and this is one that I saw in theaters as well. It's a movie here called The Woman in the Yard. This is a very, very creepy film. It's basically, though, about this family out in the middle of, like, kind of out in the middle of nowhere. They live in this farmhouse. It's a mom and her two kids, and you find out something had happened to their father, you know, her husband and their kid's father, right, you know, very soon before this. And basically, you know, outside of the house is this woman in this veil, and they don't know what she's doing out there. They want her to leave, and basically they're trying to figure out what's the reason for her out there. And it's kind of this slow burn of what is this woman out there, and she's kind of making them see things, and kind of creepy things start to happen. A very creepy slow burn movie here. This has on here feature-wise the making of the woman in the yard and beneath the veil, a featurette on this one here. The next one here is one to let you guys know that was available. This one was from 20th Century Studios and Disney. It's a movie here called Ridley Scott film, and this is the 4K Ultra HD Steelbook Edition, which is a 3-disc set of the film Kingdom of Heaven. This has the director's cut on here. Like I said, it has 2 versions of the film plus 8 hours of bonus materials on this one, and a really cool steelbook on this one. So the first disc has the 4K, has the movie and the bonus director's cut roadshow version and director's cut, along with an introduction, commentary track with Orlando Bloom, Ridley Scott, and the writer on the roadshow version. 2 additional roadshow commentaries, disc 2, which is the movie on the Blu-ray, and then disc 3 is the special features on this one. Here's a look, though, inside at the steelbook for this one here as well. Like I was saying, it's a 3-disc set for this one. Very cool steelbook release. The next one here is from Warner Brothers. They sent over a free copy of this one to let you guys know that this one was available. And this is a movie here which stars Robert De Niro playing 2 different roles in this called Alto Nights. This is an interesting movie. It's basically, though, he's playing the, 2 different crime bosses. It's like Frank Costello and Vincent Gasverse. It's basically 2 different crime boss kind of guys, and kind of how they were connected. And like I said, they're both playing the same role. He's playing 2 different characters on this one. I thought it was, I like those kind of roles when it's like a person playing two different characters. And I think of it, I always think of like, you know, Night Professor and those type of things, because it's like basically he's like talking to himself and stuff. I don't know. It's not the greatest movie all time or anything like that, but it's an interesting movie. And if you like Robert De Niro and you like movies that are kind of in the style of things like Goodfellas and things like that, it's kind of in that vein. The next one here, which is from Sony, to let you guys know that was available, and this is the complete 7th season here of the show Outlander, and this one has on here, you know, untold scenes and exclusive bonus content on the release here. Also includes the digital version of the, you know, the digital as well, but it has Outlander bonus scenes, deleted scenes, and a blooper reel on this one here as well. So if you guys are a fan of the show Outlander, just want to let you guys know that the complete 7th season is available now for the show. The next one here, now this is one that I'm so glad now has a physical release. This came out about 2 years back. I saw this in theaters, and then I think it ended up going like directly. I don't even know if it was something you could rent digitally. I think it went to like Stars or some kind of, you know, HBO type thing, and it like went there first. But now we finally have a physical release, and I'm so glad that Kino is starting to buy things like this that didn't have physical releases. So hopefully things that haven't been released physically, they're kind of pick them up. And that's kind of what I'm hoping is going to happen when a film doesn't get a physical release. Another company will kind of come in and, you know, like a boutique company will come and release it. And this is a film here, which is a really fun movie called Bottoms. So I'm so glad now actually has a release. And this is the Blu-ray release here of Bottoms. It's a really fun movie. It's basically, though, about these two girls who end up starting, they basically are trying to get girlfriends. And they're trying to figure out how to get with the popular girls and how to kind of figure out how to do it, and they end up coming up with this kind of like kind of how to defend yourself kind of course they want to put together, and they want Marshawn Lynch's character to help them. It's basically just them to try and get with the girls and stuff. It's a really fun movie. I really like this. It was really well done, and I'm really glad, like I said, glad that this is now has a physical release, and it has a bunch of features on here. It has a commentary track on here with the cast members, has a commentary track with the director, deleted scenes, outtakes, the making of on here, and a theatrical trailer. But definitely check this one out, guys. Really, really fun movie. The next one here is a movie that was originally not going to come out, and then Ketchup Entertainment, who's the distributor who bought the film, bought the film, and there's also going to be releasing the one that's like John Cena one that they were, Warner Bros. Was going to be putting out that they ended up not. I think they're coming in and buying that one as well, the Wile E. Coyote one. But this one here is The Day the Earth Blew Up, the Looney Tunes movie, which is the first animated 2D animated film in years. I mean, it's not like computer, it's real old school animation. I mean, it looks great. It is like, and I've heard too that there's going to be kind of a return to more 2D animation, and people kind of want more things in this style. That's the kind of stuff that I always grew up with, was 2D animation. Like when I think of like my favorite stuff, it was always that kind of stuff. So I'm really glad to see that kind of returning now as well too. And it's so funny too. It's like I always think about how I met Eric Bauza. That's how you say his name, or Bauza. Who does done so many voice work and kind of so many different characters over the years. I always remember when I first met him when he was promoting Ren and Stimpy Adult Party, and that was like the first ever voice work he had ever done. And he was like, "Oh, I just did that," and it was so interesting. And now he's like become one of the. And I remember I was saying to him, I said, "Believe me, you are so good at this. You are going to be doing a lot of stuff." And he was like, "Oh, we'll see." And I'm just glad to see he's like done so much stuff. Because I remember when I first was talking to him at that, Comic-Con, that was so many years ago. The next one here is from A24, and this is the Blu-ray release here of Luca's new film, who directed Call Me By Your Name, Champions, his new film here called Queer, which is, stars Daniel Craig in the movie. And what's interesting too is it's it has like, even though it's set like in the 50s, it has kind of more modern music and a different kind of modern feel to it and things like this. And it's basically, though, it's all set in Mexico City with Daniel Craig's character and kind of him there and kind of relationship with this guy and kind of when he's out there working. And it's an interesting, really interesting film. It's not my favorite of all the Luca movies. My favorite definitely is Call Me By Your Name, but I also really like Champions because I really like the music. His movies always have really, really good music. Champions, though, I would say is probably my favorite for his music. I just loved the sound in that, and like it really sounded like the early stuff that Trent Reznor did, like his first band, like that he started, and it kind of was in that style and stuff like that. I don't know. I always listen for like where inspirations come from and certain sounds and stuff. You could tell he was kind of taking from back early on for that soundtrack. It also includes collectible art cards in here as well for the film. But the on here though, feature wise though, let me go through what it has on here. It's always hard to put the stuff back when but it has on here though, feature wise, there's a commentary track on here with the director, with the costume designer and the writer, as well as the editor and production designer. It has a making of on here, featurette, scene breakdown, visual effects breakdown, behind the scenes, music video on here, and then the collectible postcards as well. The next ones here, these ones are all from moviezing.com, and this one here is from Desktop Entertainment. I'll have a link below where you guys can order these ones for the best price. I actually got to see this one in theaters as well. I thought this was a really fun movie. It's a film here called Screamboat. This has, David Howard Thornton, who plays, of course, Art the Clown, and he's in here playing the Mickey Mouse, killer Steamboat Willie Mickey Mouse character. And basically, though, it's about a group of these people who are taking, like, the ferry boat, and, like, the crazy killer Mickey Mouse is on the boat, killing them off one by one. I like this, and it also has great effects, and I like the kind of, like, forced perspective and I don't know. I just thought this was a very, very fun, really wacky movie, and I'm definitely curious if they're going to do more, with the character and stuff like that as well. But I don't know. I thought this was a very, very fun film. The next one here, this was from Movie Zing as well, and it's also from MGM. This is a movie that you don't hear about too much, and I always like this with Whoopi Goldberg, called Fatal Beauty. This was when she was a police officer, and basically she was kind of like going undercover and trying to, take down this guy and stuff. It was like they tracked down this bad drug lord. But it's just a really fun movie that you really don't hear about too much at all, but really fun movie here. The other one here, which was from Movie Zing, is also from Universal. And this one, I believe this came out on Blu-ray in the past. This is like a new re-release of it. And this is a movie that I always remember, like, when this first came out the theaters. I remember this so well, because it kind of was like a little bit after The Truman Show, but it wasn't the same type of thing where Truman Show was his character wasn't aware he was being filmed. This is basically somebody who's going, this kind of came out when reality TV was really, really starting and kind of getting a big, but getting a lot of attention. It's a movie here called EdTV, and it's basically with Matthew McConaughey, and he kind of is getting filmed by this show all the time, and it's kind of about him becoming very successful. It's sort of almost like live streaming and stuff. It's a very fun movie. Ron Howard directed this one. I feel like this is one, though, that, like, it's kind of came out and you do not hear about it much at all. It's like there's certain movies that are like that, like they kind of come and go, but it's a pretty cool movie that you just don't hear about. It has on here, though, a bunch of different featurettes, outtakes, deleted scenes on this one, commentary track as well. And the last one here from Movie Zing, and this is also from Universal as well, and I'm glad this one got a physical release because I wasn't sure if it was going to. And this is the new Bridget Jones film, Bridget Jones Mad About the Boy. And this one has Hugh Grant came back, because Hugh Grant, I totally forgot he was not in the last movie, because this is the fourth film in the series, and he wasn't in that one. And that one was in 2016. I actually like that one, though. But I always liked the Bridget Jones movies. Especially, I feel like the first one, though, was like one of those movies that was like really, really well done and like kind of like a perfect film. I haven't watched it, though, in so many years, though. And this is basically kind of catching up with her character now. And it's one of those things, though, I don't want to ruin things so you find out certain things that happen to characters and stuff like that. But it's basically her kind of trying to figure out what she's going to do romantically and somebody younger and stuff. I don't know. If you like Bridget Jones films, you're definitely like this one. Has on here deleted scenes, the making of Bridget Jones on here as well. But anyway, though, guys, that was all for the review portion of this video. And like I always say, if you guys enjoy these videos, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Thanks again for watching, subscribing, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.